I was recently asked about my roses and how are deadhead. There's a difference between a hard deadhead, which is just pruning all the way back, and you would do that in the wintertime, fall winter time, when they stop completely budding and blossoming. And then there's a spring to fall light deadhead, which I'm going to call it. And I do the light deadhead. Now, some individuals would tell you to deadhead between the leaves that has 5 leaves. I don't do follow that method. As you can see here, this branch here has 5 leaves. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't do that. Okay, what I do is, okay, as you can see, this stem is here, but to be fair with you all, I'm going to show you this one here. Okay, as you can see, so I just come right here, as you can see, this is the stem, and get in between, and I just cut right there. Okay, and then you don't want any petals to get underneath the soil. You want to be careful of that, or the rose, want to pick it up because it can cause disease to your rose. I'm gonna show you another one. Okay, you're looking at this one, and then what I do is, I gotta be careful I don't get stuck here. um, I look at the stem. Okay, you can see where it formed. Okay, it forms in between the leaves. Okay, the leaves. So I'm gonna cut here, and you always want to clean your pruners right after you do a pruning, okay, of your roses, because you don't know if you have multiple roses in your garden. You don't know unless you're looking hard if your rose have a disease or not. Okay, so always you want to make sure you always clean your rose. This one looks great. All right, it did not get torch like this one, and the reason why some of my roses got like this is due to our heat waves we've been having off and on. And right now it is cloudy right now, but later on it's supposed to get into like this, almost to the 80s, which is great. We get a break right now, so I'm happy for it. And as you can see, that's how I prune my roses. I want to show you some other stuff that's going on in the garden, so come with me. What you're looking at is our jalapeno peppers. We have 3 of them. This is the only one that has flowered but has not produced fruit, as well as the other 2. However, what I'm excited about is that we're in the Central Valley Zone 9B, and we have a mild winter, which means that it doesn't get too cold during the day, and at night our temperatures don't drop so extremely that it will die on us. We do get a hard frost occasionally, from what other gardeners here in the Central Valley of Zone 9B have stated, is that it's like every other year. So this year we may get one. I don't know. But what I'm happy about is I can overwinter our jalapeno peppers because they have hardened off, okay, at the stem, especially like this one here. These may make it, I'm not sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to remove these peppers, and my goal is to get them into a 5-gallon container. I'm put all 3 in there, most likely, and allow them to overwinter for the next growing season. So I'm happy about that, though we did have not gotten any fruit yet. So we will see, because as you can see, that flower is fresh. Look at that. Look at that right there. Some of them did drop. A lot of our flowers did drop because it was too hot. Though the peppers love heat. I don't know what has been eaten on our peppers at night, but there's no sign of any like hard damage. But we will see. We will see in the near future of how they would do. All right, let's keep me moving and just share with you some other information that's going on. You are looking at our crimson okra and moringa together. Now, it is unusual to grow moringa and okra together, but what happened? This seed of okra germinated into this container, and I didn't know that the okra was gonna come back. I mean, the moringa, excuse me, was gonna come up so quickly, or even come up at all. But this is another year of our moringa growing in this container, and you all know that I usually cut this thing back all the way to the bark, as you can see down there where we cut last time, and it is growing profoundly, okay, as you can see here. Another thing I want to say about the okra before I forget is that we decided to keep the okra here because I didn't want it to die and go into shock and whatnot. I could have transplanted it, but it was too late in the season for me to transplant it. And then I did not want to harvest these. This only one okra pod here because I want to save a seed for next year. There's so many different varieties. Also, you can also use the whole okra plant, and it's beneficial to your health. Okra is basically related to the hibiscus family. That's why the flower and hibiscus flower are the same. You can even make a tea out of that flower, a liquid tea out of that flower as well. The leaves is also edible, and so the whole okra plant is edible. The moringa, you guys know, is all edible from the leaves. They also say the bark. Some people say the root as well. I don't consider to eat the root. I would not consider that to anyone because I don't really believe that it's actually edible. They say it is from research, but I'm still not taking that risk. But I do eat the leaves fresh, dried, and I use it powder form as well. No matter if I want to use it as a vitamin or if I want to make a tea or a smoothie or eat it with, or juice it or eat it fresh with any type of meal. Okay, so this is the okra. It is about close to 6 feet tall now in this container, and we had it for 3 years. 3 years now. We pruned it back heavy, as you all know, down here. And then this one died. Okay, that's the one. Let me move back a little bit. As you can see, it died, but look at this. It started to root up again. So it's a little bit late in the season, but we're gonna see if we will make it. The moringa aloe vera, very beneficial to your health.